It's a beautiful tribute, not to make it about us in any way. It's just you found your own light. It's gone.
Put the glasses on.
How did we get here? We only just started.
I knew I'd need
Oh my
these.
God.
I'm Kristin Chenoweth.
I'm Ariana Grande.
I'm Cynthia Erivo.
I'm Idina Menzel.
How did you all kind of arrive at what your cameo and your role in the film would be?
Stephen Schwartz wrote
They
it.
just asked us.
And I said, just make us look pretty.
What was the original? We both texted, and she said, have you seen the description of us in the movie? And it was like, it didn't say old decrepit, but it said something like that. But then it said, then we changed it and we said, no, we're not going to be those
I
wise
wasn't going to
women.
go there. Can't we just be beautiful fairy goddesses?
Goddesses.
Yeah.
Goddesses.
So we might have had that one part changed, just that one.
And fabulous. You needed it. Fantastic.
It is the
Also,
most
we
exciting
insisted. We were like, this is not happening without that.
part. Yes.
So, where is it?
And we had the best day rehearsing.
We sure did. It was almost like Glinda and Elphaba grew up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It was so fun. It was really
surreal.
fun.
You do your vocal riff, which I love. Was that part of the script, or did you throw that in there?
Of course she threw it in there.
Didn't.
That's like so...
No, Stephen wrote that in.
No, we just showed up, right?
Yeah, and it was Stephen Schwartz. who
Yeah.
Figured out how to put all the singing into one key and arrange it. Yeah.
Cynthia, you really put your own stamp on the end of Defying Gravity. Were there a lot of conversations around that?
Stephen Schwartz was in the, whilst we were doing the comps for the rehearsal tracks, he said he trusted me with the story. I did it by the book first. And he was like, and? I trust you with the story, so what's your war cry? And I tried a couple things, and then I did the one that stuck because it felt good, it felt right. And that's the one that stuck.
It's so good.
Thank you. It is so good.
It is so good. I read the Wicked novel by Gregory Maguire. So I had a lot of that to draw from, although the novel is much darker
And different.
than the show. But I watched Margaret Hamilton a lot and hoped that it would just kind of infuse. And I think the time where it connected for me was in her cackle and finding that in our scenes and stuff like that.
Margaret Hamilton was definitely like a touchstone for me. But looking at the image of her, I always go back to this image of, you know, like the black and white where she's got her claws in that. It's the first time I realized she has nails. That's something I can pull in the look of her as well. But then I'd obviously seen this show a couple times and I had listened to both of you often. So I had your voices in my head and I had her sort of imagery. So it's really nice to sort of find pieces of those things to create something and then add my own thing to it.
Which you did.
Thank you.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Thank you.
You both did.
The original Broadway cast recording was, of course, my lifeline growing up. It was always something that brought me great comfort and happiness, and I would listen to it when I was nervous for something or sad about something, and it was always a safe space for me. I also read the original L. Frank Baum books, and there are so many. There's so many insane characters that, like,
We just haven't even touched upon.
yeah,
I know.
It's really incredible. Every single person, our props department, our costume designer, Paul, our set designer, Nathan Crowley, every single thing was a piece of Aussian history from the books and what's been before us, The Wizard of Oz and Wicked. You're Wicked. Want to wear? Try them on.
Oh,
Come on.
yes.
I mean, including my glasses I brought today.
Oh, yeah, those
Very
are,
awesome. Not
those
there.
are wonderful.
I remember when we got the news FaceTiming you and both of us just being sobbing, snotty dolphins.
I was like, who can speak higher? Like, still good.
We couldn't hear a
It
word.
was white noise and pig. Snot, glitter.
Snot glitter.
I think you faced. We did, yeah. We
And you were like
FaceTimed.
sunny and beautiful, and like I remember you were in blue. It was like the sun was on you. I remember this. Yeah.
You're so sweet. I think she was so respectful.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you. I felt very, very supported by both of you, actually. I felt really, really supported. And like given the room and space and just like lots of encouragement. After you sing the film, that voice note, I still play it sometimes.
Oh, yeah, I saved mine too.
I saved the voice notes and I play them a lot.
I meant it.
I know, I think it meant a lot. Why are you getting teary-eyed?
Yeah, I meant it. I don't know. I felt very emotional, and I just felt like you both did such justice to the story. It's a beautiful tribute, not to make it about us in any way. No, but it's just you found your own light.
It's gone.
With the glasses on.
How did we get here? We only just started.
I knew I'd need these.
I know I should have brought mine too.
Oh, no.
With you and I defying gravity.
I was called in to just sing for Elphaba. I was given A Wizard and I, Defying Gravity, and For Good to sing.
Just those little D's.
Just tiny songs. Mine was a camera test, so my audition was like 3 hours. So I sang those songs, but did the scenes and the scene work and For Good.
How close was the camera? Because I find that doing musicals on film is very tricky because what it takes for us to sing for real it
like
makes
a
really
lot.
ugly
Faces.
tonsils, and so sometimes you have to sing.
Forget that all the time. If the mouth has to be open, the mouth has to be open. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, because it's real, because you have to see the veins.
Yeah.
But sometimes I say like,
I say the
is
back.
this horrible
back up.
singing? Yeah, back.
Just back up.
Before this, publicly, we had only ever sung the opposite songs. I had only ever sung The Wizard and I, and she had only ever sung Thank Goodness.
That's right.
I had no idea. Did you know that?
Isn't that
I remember you doing it. She did it at the
I remember that. I did.
15th anniversary with her green lips and everything.
That's right. Well, that was crazy.
Not crazy. It was amazing.
It was amazing, but I'm so glad you sang Thank Goodness is my favorite song.
I loved it. It was
That's
beautiful.
my favorite song. Don't tell anybody. You know it is.
I do know it.
I mean, I love all the Elphaba songs.
Of course.
But, you know, when you're doing it 8 shows a week,
Such a love.
Yes. And I always just love that.
You always said that, and
Yeah.
I love I'm Not That Girl.
Oh, me too. That's what I say.
What?
Her I'm Not That Girl is my favorite.
Did they test you to see if you could hit that? I'm not that good.
No, they just made me do it in front of a live audience. After she leaves, you know, I have like two verses of it. Like
Oh, right, you have it at the end.
while the set changed. Yeah. So I could hear clunk, clunk, clunk in the background. And I was like, I'm not that. I'm not that. It was fine. It was just fine. It was perfect. The show, for me, has always held the 3 themes I look for in any piece, really, which is friendship, love, you know, and forgiveness, which is hard to do with people that you love the most. That's what it's all in there. It's all in the tapestry of this piece.
Even though there's a love story with a man, what we love is the true love stories between the women and the sisterhood. And
I was cast, it was very much a side character, and then it kind of developed into this love story between the 2 women. It wasn't always meant to be that, I think. Were you ever surprised by that? I mean, at first I kind of was. I was like, wow, it's evolving into that.
I think I was too self-absorbed in worrying about if I was going to be fired all the time that I was just so happy to have someone that was always there to see me and to support me.
I remember we opened in San Francisco, and we were still very much working on the show, and I think it's okay and fair to say that we weren't there yet. I remember at intermission, after she defies gravity, I went to Idina's dressing room and I said, nothing's going to matter what anyone says. Because, did you hear?
I remember
that.
That's so beautiful.
It's not the truth.
It is the truth. They went crazy when you flew. And when you defied gravity,
They do. And they
lost
go
their
crazy
minds.
when she sings Popular. And so she's being nice. Or when she comes down in the bubble from what are you saying?
It's just funny because this is what we do. This is what we do.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, she says the whole audience just explodes when she comes out in the bubble, even though she was afraid that she was eating soap suds.
I thought for sure I was going to get cancer, and it sprang. Well, the bubble juice, you know.
The bubble juice.
It's okay. But we both did our part, and I just remember, well, you know, I ate so much of it. That's one thing they got to do in the movie, which she got to have a real bubble, and I was so happy about that. I mean, I loved our bubble, but, you know, and, you know,
I love
you
your
really
bubble.
fly, and I love your flying, but, you know, you get to do things in a movie that we do differently on a play, and it's just nice to see in the film.
I'm so glad that we're still alive.
Idina, me too. Me too.
You all share a legacy in culture with these characters, and you are kind of the only four to have this special legacy here together across time. How does that feel, and what do you hope that legacy is going forward?
I think it's a good show. When we're older, we could do Vegas. We all
I love it.
switch roles.
I'll be
and,
Dylan.
You'll be Dillamond?
I'll be Dylan.
I'll be Fiero.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It'll be fun. I want to switch with
Can we please switch just one time?
You've been working on me.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to joke.
I think the legacy, theirs doesn't stop because that show is still going. You know, there are still young women who want to be on the stage and who want to be in that theatre to watch. The girls that can't get to the theatre and can't get on the stage can watch it from their homes or watch it from a cinema, go with their parents. And so actually what this means now is that more people can see, more people can share in it, more people can learn that difference is something to be celebrated, more people can learn that you can forgive, more people can learn that you can love, more people can learn about friendship.
And goats.
And goats. And love.
And speaking their peace in their mind and what's on their heart
That's right.
without, and feeling safe.
What I love so much about it is, especially in this time that we're living in, that women can be really powerful and unapologetic about it and more beautiful because they speak their mind and they're ferocious and powerful. I love that that's celebrated.
Holy
The legacy just continues. That's a big word, but it will continue with this movie. It continues with our show. Once in a lifetime legacy.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, everybody. We know that when you see this movie, you too will be changed for good.
Jesus. Snap. Perfect.